Long right leg kick from Ashlee. Oh, nice knee. Oh, good right hand by Bec.
Looks like some blood on the forehead of Ashlee Evans-Smith. Poirier, Gaethje, Condit, Cowboy Oliveira, 4 brawlers, 2 battles, 1 night. Fox UFC Fight Night. The action is yours next Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern on Fox, or stream it live on Fox Sports Go.
What's giving her that right hand is that Ashlee Evans-Smith, when she's done throwing combinations, she stays online for a little bit. She watches her work for a second. That's when Bec can land that right hand afterward. Needs to get offline after those combinations.
Spinning kick was thrown slowly, but it did land for Evans-Smith. Rawlings hanging in that pocket. A nice 1-2 there. Rawlings, a mother of 2 sons, started training in 2010, got pregnant shortly thereafter. First pro fight was 9 months after she had her younger son, Ensign.
Bec Rawlings just landed a nice clean right hand there. Oh, beautiful knee by Ashlee and a nice right jab. Good combination. Oh, this is heating up. Woo!
Nice jab by Rawlings to get Evans-Smith off of her, albeit briefly. Ashlee getting after it.
Rawlings has got to push off on angles instead of backing off straight. She's got to figure out how to move off into the side when she's landed these shots. When she has been able to do that, she's done really well. When she hasn't, Ashlee just pushed forward with combinations.
Some coach is yelling, get off center line. It applies to either fighter. Doesn't matter which side. Both these fighters need to get off the center line when they're done throwing. Because, man, they're just standing in front of each other at the moment. Nice uppercut.
Yeah, Bec's trying to time that right hand. She's trying to catch Ashlee because Ashlee's getting a little bit predictable with her combinations.
Problem is she's eating 3 or 4 to land that one right hand.
Yeah. 40 seconds. To the spinning back fist there. Rawlings got the guard up.
That's a big number.
Yeah, man. She's thrown almost 200 strikes, has Ashlee Evans-Smith already.
That is ridiculous.
Back to southpaw goes Smith. Not a great entry there. Rawlings trying to make her pay.
Oh, very nice.
And her coach said steal the round. They want that late takedown. She didn't set it up well enough.
Sit. Breathe. Breathe. Beautiful fucking round. Beautiful round. Breathe.
She can't get you when you're circling.
Beautiful round. You gotta stay strong on that.
Actually, look at me. That's all. Go ahead.
You gotta stay strong on what you're doing. When you get on the fence, we got a body lock, okay?
Good?
I want you to set up that takedown, Ashlee.
Okay.
When she's on the fence, we gotta get that takedown.
Okay.
Okay? Let's make this round easy on us.
On the fence.
Speed's going to kill her, and she's getting tired. The leg's sore, right? And she's busted up a bit, right? But the only way we're going to bust her up more is we let her hands go, right? So,
Adrian? Yep, it's the jab.
bring the right hand over the top back. We're happy with that, Coach?
The FS1 UFC 223 prelims are sponsored by Cerveza Modelo, the official beer of the UFC. So Jimmy, the former UFC strawweight champion Carla Esparza in the corner of Ashlee Evans-Smith. She actually fought Bec Rawlings back in the day for the Invicta FC title, and she wants takedowns here in round 3.
They're starting to get a respect in the corner for the right hand of Rawlings. They don't want her to keep eating those. They said, make it easy this round. Easy means takedown and top control.
And for Rawlings, at least Adrian Rodriguez in her corner felt like the jab was going to be a big key here in this 3rd round.
Jab's good for disrupting timing. It's good for setting up other strikes. The problem is it's not really a comeback kind of weapon.
Yeah.
She could be down 2 rounds.
So the only takedown Evan Smith landed was late in round 1, and Rawlings was immediately able to get back to her feet. Perhaps that's giving Ashlee some pause when it comes to her offensive wrestling. Thought maybe we'd see more of that tonight.
So far, it looks like she's sticking with what's working, which is the kickboxing.
Yeah. Ooh.
Just not quite enough from Bec.
Right, one and done.
Yeah. Because Ashlee's been far more busy.
And as we keep saying, she's big.
We don't mean that in a bad way.
No, not at all, not at all. In a fight way.
Yes.
Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. Jump in when I say something stupid. You go ahead. That's our deal.
This fight's making me want to go get a tattoo when we're done, boys. Just over 3 here. Ooh.
You could make the 209 bigger. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
That's for Stockton.
So we mentioned Evan Smith with the striking. She has thrown 244 strikes. And judges will reward volume at times. She hasn't been quite as efficient as Bec Rawlings, but she has led the dance.
She's going to spin for sure. Oh, upward elbow. Whoa, there's another kick. She's been doing a good job of kicking in this round, too. She started off with some side kicks and front kicks, keeping Bec away from her, and Bec has yet to land anything really significant. Bec's just hesitating a little bit too much on the outside. There it is. Oh. You gotta wonder, Jimmy, if Bec's reconsidering this move up in weight, especially considering she's fighting a girl who's a big 125 moving down from 135.
It's one of those things where you land that right hand clean at 115, that fighter might be on their butt. This weight class, Ashlee Evan Smith, she's took him and she's smiled. Different weight class.
Well, Ashlee's a particularly tough woman, and she's had some excellent fights at 135, including one of the craziest last-second chokeouts by Raquel Pennington. That was amazing. Madness. Raquel's had a few of those. You're screaming your ears off at the end of the fight.
Yeah. That was the UFC debut for Ashlee Evan Smith back in 2014. Of course, Raquel Pennington about 5 weeks out from her first UFC title fight against Amanda Nunes.
Very interesting fight.
When you change weight classes, you have to change styles, especially if you're a power puncher. A lot of times that power doesn't translate. Someone's a lot bigger, a lot stronger, they will take that punch. You have to increase your volume. So far, Bec Rawlings hasn't done that. Rafael Dos Anjos, a one-punch guy at 55, at 70, throws a lot more strikes. He knows he can't knock you out with one.
He's a very good example of that, especially in that fight with Robbie Lawler. I mean, tremendous volume of strikes.
He knew he couldn't go 1 for 1. Robbie Lawler at 185, didn't have the power yet on 170. Same thing. Got to change your strategy around.
Except for the Melvin Manhoef fight.
He was getting beat up in that fight until he came back.
Robbie's a man.
Oh, brutal. When you're limping to get your hand raised, that was a tough fight.
That was a crazy knockout, too.
Look it up, folks. You haven't seen it. Manhoef Lawler.
There, right there. She moved off angle, landed that right hand, and there's a nice jab. Like, now she's moving on angles. Now she senses that she's behind and she's doing more. Much more activity. Look at that. Moving at angles, not straight back.
But she started that with 30 seconds left in the third round.
I mean, it's not a good decision time-wise. That was very nice.
So the counter right from Rawlings, one of her more significant strikes in the fight. Good 15 minutes.
Nice job, ladies.
All right, the official decision is now in. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 30-27 on all cards for the winner by unanimous decision, Ashlee Rebel Girl Evan Smith.
So a big win for Ashlee Evan Smith in her flyweight debut tonight. She gets the better of Bec Rawlings by unanimous decision. Our move of the fight is sponsored by Metro.